The only times I've been depressed is when I'm not actively working on my purpose. So I'll start by explaining what I mean depression. Just lack of motivation. Um, you're very, tired all the time, not motivated to do anything, and almost seems like no real reason to get out of bed. And for somebody like myself, I sometimes will try to downplay um, issues or things that I have going on, and so as a result, I can ignore, just the way that I feel. But I think there comes to a point with everybody where you're just tired of being tired. Life works in cycles, and I've been this way a few times in my life, and I'm sure I will in the future. But more recently, I guess the most recent time I fell down, I did I did take a look and reflect, and I took that as a sign of something. I was working hard, doing things and staying busy, but it was just really that. I was just keeping busy. What the heck? There came a point where I reflected on my life and just reflected on where I was at that current moment and why I may be feeling the way that I'm feeling. Then I just realized that I wasn't aligning with what I needed to do. I was giving myself all these imaginary excuses at the end of the day as to like why I'm not doing the things that I'm doing. And making these videos is one of those things where I was like, okay, I need this to be perfect. I need to have this figured out before I can do it. But now I just turn on the camera and go, and then just post it as it is. I do like editing, and I want, to make some more. I don't even want to say engaging, just maybe more detailed videos. But at the end of it all, making a shitty video or bad video is better than making no video. I used to work um, this part-time job that I had, and even after half a shift, I'd be tired. And for a while, I honestly I didn't know why. But then it hit me like I really shouldn't be there. And now on the contrary, I'm working probably triple what I used to, but I still feel energized, and I'm not sleeping as much. And I know it's not, sustainable. I am going to have to dial it back a bit. But it's good to it's a good reminder to see what I'm capable of and to see what I can do. But I only think that it's possible because I feel a lot more aligned with myself and with what I should be doing. Now, this can, I guess, ignoring your purpose, it can it can show itself in different ways. For me, I can go from being maybe depressed to you see people being um, irritable, anxious, angry, just a wave of different emotions. I can't really speak much to women, but I do think that for a lot of men that I know who are going through something, that's not being aligned with their purpose is usually the main cause of those mental issues that they're having. And the thing is, a lot of times we are just in our own way. That's what it is for me. And every major, I guess, hill I've had to climb in life, I've realized I was making it harder for myself. I was the one who was deciding that all this needs to be done to share my message or to share what I have to say. And it has to be delivered in such a specific format. I was in my own way. I was stopping myself from doing that. And that's just most recently. I never want to portray that I know it all because I know I don't. Instead, I'm just sharing what I'm learning about my life. And as I go through it and as I try to do and try to work towards my goals, I was having a discussion with somebody yesterday about, losing weight and just all the fads that you see on how to lose weight quick and making it easy. I think problems, losing weight, not having enough money, feeling anxious, bad relationships, I think all that is there to sharpen you as a person. And when people take things away from you, it it relieves you of a lot of the work that needs to be done. So for me, when I went through my weight loss journey, I guess you could say, it was more about the person who I became as a result of it. And then just the physical difference, that was just like icing on the cake. Going into it, I did it obviously for the physical. And of course, I don't want to say of course, but and health reasons too. But now I don't want to say I'm done with it because I think it's a lifelong thing, but now to this point where I'm at in the journey and just looking back, I see that it was more about the person that I am becoming along the way. And with any other thing that I have to